Alright, I done shot this damn video about 3 times now, so if I seem frustrated or I seem like I'm rushing it, I am. But I hate to do the same video over and over and over. Anywho, I just want to, some people wanted me to speak on how I ended off the last video. So I'm going to say it like this. Just going into it real briefly. Don't go out and find some Vietnamese girl walking down the street and expect her to be able to do a triple axel because she's not Michelle Kwan. A lot of people do that, and a lot of Asian women, they don't like it. They consider it stereotyping or sarcastic, whatever. So don't do that, fellas. And you know what I'm saying, just like with the men too, you know, don't go out and find some Japanese guy, or you know what I'm saying, don't go out and find some Chinese guy and expect him to be like Mr. Miyagi. He might take it lightly and say, hey, I'm Chinese, I'm not even Japanese. Or he might be better than Mr. Miyagi and might be Japanese and really kick your ass or some shit, you know? So don't do that. Don't think just because you got you an Asian girl, everything should be all good. Because, I mean, first of all, if you like the modern style, North American, whatever you want to call it, style, and you don't want to change it, and you want your woman to be the same way, but you like, so you might want to get you an Asian girl that's been here a long time. And Asian women who've been here a long time, men who like them, men who only like Asian girls what they have on the outside, don't care about the Asian culture and all that crap. Asian girls who've been here a long time are the ones for you. You don't have no problem adjusting and this and this and this. Men who don't just like Asian women for what's on the outside and like what they can offer in the inside, and you know, culturally, traditionally, so forth and so forth. You want to get one from overseas, but from Asia. But just because she came from Asia, don't get it twisted. She could have been a hoe while she was in Asia. So just because you brought her here from Asia, don't mean she's gonna be that perfect whatever you think she's gonna be. And not every girl from Asia is a housewife. There's a lot of girls from Asia who hate the term housewife, so don't get it twisted. Let me see. If you like the way that they portrayed Asian women in the 80s and movies in the 90s and somewhat in the mid 90s, you want to go to non-modern places in Asia, such as non-modern places in China, such as non-modern places in Vietnam, so forth and so forth. If you like that, kind of how they show some of these Asian girls, or like if you like that Lisa Ling and Lucy Liu style, you might want to go to modern places in Asia, such as a lot of places in Hong Kong, a lot of places in other areas in Japan, a lot of areas in like Tokyo, so forth and so forth. Let me see.
These men order butt crap. Somebody said in the comment, I think he was joking up just in case he wasn't. I'm breathing on that. I looked into it a long time ago. And then I also checked into it a few years back as a business opportunity, if you will. But I only know 3 people who actually done this, so I can't speak too much on it, but I will say I won't knock it, by no means necessary. I won't knock it, but at the same time, I don't recommend it either. Somebody asked what I think about these free chat rooms and shit. I think that's a good way to meet an Asian woman, you know what I'm saying, is in the chat room. But don't get too caught up on it. Because a lot of, you gotta think, just like you sitting up there in that chat room. You probably been on that chat room for months and months. So how many girls have you talked to? Now, so don't get mad when you find out, oh, she don't talk to 20, 40, 50 guys in that chat room too. So I won't knock chat rooms. I don't big it up either. But then it's a pop. I won't go and touch that. I'll leave that alone. That's another story. But what else should I throw up in here? Oh yeah, like I was saying, do your research on what type of Asian girl you want. Cause then maybe that'll help you to figure out what area of Asia you want to go to. You know what I'm saying? And for us black men up out there, and to a certain extent, us Hispanic man too. But for the black man up out there that want an Asian girl, there's certain areas that if you Muslim, you already got one foot in the door. There's a lot of Asian places who won't even consider a black man unless he is Muslim, and if he is Muslim, hey, you're good to go. Such as a lot of places in Indonesia, a lot of places in the Philippines, um, Malaysia, um, some Arab places. So if you are Muslim, you might want to go. You might want to consider going to an Asian area where there's a large number of Muslim women at, instead of Buddhists or Hindus or Jains and so forth and so forth. But yeah, trust me, I mean, the women from Nepal in general aren't the same as the women from Sri Lanka. The women from Pakistan not necessarily the same as the woman from Saudi Arabia, Palestine. The woman from India aren't going to be the same as the woman from Japan. You know? And then, I mean, you might not know it, but a lot of Chinese people will admit it they self. There's a large difference from the Mandarin Chinese girls from the Cantonese Chinese girls. Now, a lot of the Chinese areas I lived in, it goes even deeper from. It's a big difference. They say it's a big difference from the way they conduct themselves, from the Mandarin woman to the Cantonese woman to the Tai woman to the Zhu woman to the Wu woman to the Chu Chao woman. So, you know, if you do kind of got like one particular area, one particular country, you know, you still got to do your homework. Excuse me. Nothing else coming to my head that people ask from my little comment thingy off the top of my head right now, so I think I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't think I'm leaving out anything. Oh, somebody asked me about his pickup line. I ain't gonna say no names on that one, but don't. I mean, some Asian girl. I mean, you know, just like girls everywhere, some girls got good sense of humor, some don't. But until you sure, don't go up and start making like kung fu jokes and shit. You know, I mean, that's something that somebody that wrote down in my comments, that a good pickup line. Man, I don't know, it could be. You know, but you know, don't. I don't know. I won't tell you don't do it. I won't tell you to go unless you do it either. But yeah, but I would suggest don't try to refrain from stuff like that, because someone might get offended. I'm gonna leave that at that for right now. Holla.